good morning and happy Friday, as we say around here at the food bank. We're thrilled to have you all here with us this morning. My name is Kristen Warzoka. I have the privilege of serving as the president and CEO of the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, and it is such an honor to have you all here with us today at our new Community Resource Center. As many of you know, for over 40 years, the Greater Cleveland Food Bank has worked to address hunger across our community in an effort to ensure that everyone in our communities has the nutritious food they need every day. This Community Resource Center is both a manifestation of the evolution of the food bank and of our thinking, and also a unique opportunity for our neighbors in need in our community. This new space includes not only a healthy choice food market, which is back in the back of the building. You'll have the chance to see it on a tour today, but also 15 other nonprofit partners co-locating and collaborating to help address the underlying issues of poverty and food insecurity. We believe that together, our work will lead to improved economic stability, and we can empower people with our collective reach to end hunger. Now, every one of our neighbors deserves the chance to thrive, and big challenges need big solutions. This Community Resource Center, the first of three, which combined with our new partner distribution hub over on Coit Road, will help us address hunger not only today and tomorrow, but for a lifetime. Services like these have never been more important. Our fiscal year ended on September 30th, and in this past fiscal year, we served more than 400,000 unduplicated people. 100,000 of those people were new, have not needed emergency food assistance in the past. And yet 540,000 people in our 6-county service area are income eligible for emergency food at 200% of poverty or below. Hunger is growing, and we need to work together to address and to reduce the number of people who need us. Having partners like the City of Cleveland, the Cleveland Clinic, university hospitals, and Metro Health lean into this work even more so than they've done in the past absolutely means the world to us, will propel our collective work forward, and all on behalf of Clevelanders and Northeast Ohioans who need our support. This is our community's food bank, and our work is not possible without active, engaged, passionate, generous partners from every sector, and many of them are here with us today. We're here today in the PNC classroom. We've got the president of PNC, Pat Pastore, with us, and so many others who have been important to our work. You know, community leadership is vital to our mission. And there, as I said, so many friends in the room today. Not only organizations who are here on site, working together to help address the underlying causes of poverty and food insecurity, but also other hunger relief organizations with whom we partner. I thank you all for your collaboration and for your hard work on behalf of so many who need us. Hunger is real in our community. Too many seniors choose between food and medicine. Too many parents skip meals or buy less healthy food because it is all they can afford, and they're desperate to put food on the table for their kids. The efforts shared today and the efforts of everyone in this room will mean more than you may ever know to the families that we serve. I'd now like to welcome Mayor Justin Bibb, a transformational leader, an honorary co-chair of our Harvest for Hunger campaign, and an incredible supporter of the food bank and hunger relief efforts to the program.
Thank you so much, Christian. I gotta say, I feel like the food bank is my second office. Over the last month, I've been here nearly 3 times.
Thank you.
First for the ribbon cutting for the new Community Resource Center. Also, I was here right before Thanksgiving handing out meals to families and making sure that our young people had a safe and healthy meal for the Thanksgiving holiday, and now here today for this historic announcement about our community's commitment to addressing food insecurity and food justice all across the city of Cleveland. When you look at any public opinion poll right now across the country, the biggest issue facing Americans and Clevelanders is a rising cost of goods and services. Inflation has made a huge negative impact on our economy and in our community. And no senior, no child should go to bed hungry in our city or in our nation. And we recognize at City Hall that we have a moral obligation to do more to address this issue. That's why, since I took office last year, we have made a commitment to ensuring that food justice and addressing food insecurity as a key priority of our administration. We are working around the clock to make Cleveland one of the first 15-minute cities in America, so that every neighborhood in our city, from East Side to West Side, that they have access to fresh fruits and vegetables in a high-quality grocery store in their respective neighborhood. We've hired the first ever food justice czar in our administration, helping us to think through how do we address redlining? How do we make sure we have better incentives to encourage more grocery stores in our city? But the other thing that's important to note is ensuring that the assets that we own in Cleveland, like the West Side Market, can be a vehicle to provide high quality fresh foods to our residents. And given the fiscal constraints that we're facing every single day, the private sector, our hospital leaders recognize that they also have a moral obligation to step up. So not only are we deploying an all-of-government approach, but an all-of-community approach to today's announcement. And so I'm excited about what you're going to hear later this morning, and know that the city of Cleveland is committed to addressing food insecurity, and we are committed to being a city that prioritizes food justice every single day. Thanks so much.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Perfect. First, I wanted to say Dr. Steed, our CEO at Metro, is unable to come today because she's under the weather. It's that time of the year. First, she wanted to share some words. She wanted to thank Mayor Bibbs. She also wanted to thank everyone for being here today to recognize the power of collaboration between the food bank, the 3 hospitals, and the city of Cleveland. We all come together to work towards ending health disparities, to make sure that no one's life is cut short because of the color of their skin, the size of their wallet, the food in their refrigerator, or anything else that makes them feel less than. In this season of giving and gratitude, we're also here today to say thank you to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. Imagine if every day you could help a grandmother to keep her heat on. If every day you could help a young man afford transportation to get to work. Imagine if on top of that, you could also help a single mom afford college so she could better her life and the lives of her children. This almost sounds impossible, and yet it's only a tiny percentage of what the Greater Cleveland Food Bank is doing. And they do this every single day, and you may ask how. With one simple act, if you can feed people who are hungry, feeding them so they don't have to choose between eating and turning on their heat, if you can feed them so that they don't have to choose between paying their rent or paying for the college for their kids. Dr. Steed, as the CEO of Metro, believes we are the community's safety net hospital, but she's also grateful for the health care the food bank provides through these means. Research tells us clearly that without proper nutrition, people's blood pressure are going to rise, people are more likely to develop diabetes, heart disease, and to be diagnosed with depression and anxiety. That is why it makes perfect sense for all of us together in healthcare to partner with the food bank. We are, after all, working towards one same goal. We want to help everyone, and emphasis everyone, reach their potential. The history of Cleveland tells us that since the day the city was incorporated, Clevelanders have come together to help those in need. We have always put aside our differences and any symbols of competition to do what we can together. The Cleveland Clinic, University Hospital, and Metro Health, along with the City of Cleveland, are working collaboratively once again, this time to help the Greater Cleveland Food Bank to do even more than it already does. And it does some amazing things. This year, it distributed more than 51 million pounds of food to more than 400,000 individuals across 6 counties. It helped 32,000 people obtain public benefits. And she's proud to say it also has partnered with Metro Health to provide care and services across our community. And then it opened this massive new distribution center and transformed this building we are in today into a community resource center. Among all the services the food bank offers here, it helps with housing, job searches, and legal assistance and shoes and clothing. We are proud again that these services will soon include a Metro Health clinic offering easily accessible health care. It's one of many ways we partner with the food bank over the years to address the social drivers of health, to work upstream to prevent illness instead of treating them after the fact. Today we are here not only to say thank you to the Greater Food Bank, but to every one of the more than 1,000 organizations it's partnered with to bridge the ever widening gap between the haves and the have-nots. We cannot have 2 Clevelands, one for the wealthy and one for everyone else. We must, all of us, do more than share our hearts. We must share our wealth. And like the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, we must do more than fill empty stomachs. We must help fulfill dreams. Because when a dream comes true for one of us, it comes true for all of us and makes all of us better off. And on behalf of Dr. Steve, myself, and Metro Health, we'd like to say thank you for being here. Thank you to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. And now we'll turn it over to my colleague, Dr. Cliff McGarrett.
Oh. That was wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Ishmael. I think this is really a great day, a tremendous day, because I think it shows, which I'll mention, the notion of cooperation. But I have to start with thanking the partners that we have in fighting food insecurity. Our amazingly great mayor, Justin Bidd, Dr. Ishmael from Metro, Dr. Mihalovic from, my good friend Dr. Mihalovic from the Cleveland Clinic, and Christian Wazorka. Thank you. This is clearly, I think, something that is unique, and hopefully other cities around this nation will follow the lead of us here in Cleveland. University Hospitals, which I'm proud to be a part of, as its founding pledge in the original documents of incorporation in 1866 have the words, "The most needy should be considered the most worthy." It's amazing. And we know that addressing the root causes of inequality can significantly improve a community's overall quality of life. In fact, we've made community health investment in promoting health equity as a key aspect of our strategic plan, and includes putting in place programs to promote food security. As we heard from Dr. Ishmael, a lack of food security can lead to disease or exacerbation of disease. So, since 2018, University Hospitals have been active, very active in addressing food insecurity in the region, with the opening of our first UH Food for Life market in the Fairfax neighborhood at the Otis Moss Center. Since that time, that innovative program, now in collaboration with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and Sodexo, our partners, addresses food insecurity tailored at the specific medical needs of our patients, and assesses, and now are assessing over the last 5 years, the impact of food availability on health outcomes. Since that time, we've decided, based on those results, to open additional locations at UH main campus, Portage, Conneaut Medical Centers. Last month, you may be aware, we cut a ribbon on our 5th Food for Life program, Food for Life market, if you will, at the UH Community Wellness Center at Glenville, located at the Davis, an affordable housing complex in partnership with the NRP Group and the Cleveland Metropolitan Housing Authority. To date, these efforts are leading to positive outcomes, which I'll mention in a second, but first I have to give credit to who's with us today, Selena Cunanan, our Chief of Diversity, Equity, Belonging, who oversees our Food for Life market and recently presented data on our first 5 years of this effort at a national meeting in Denver. What she found was that by providing healthy food to neighborhoods that are not getting access, in other words, our food deserts, you can actually, and we're showing it now, lowering blood pressure in hypertensive patients reducing hemoglobin A1C, which is a marker of diabetes control in diabetics, less excess weight for pregnant women, and we've now shown in our work down on 55th Street an improvement in infant morbidity and mortality because of fresh food availability there in partnership with Dave's Supermarket. To date, more than 7,600 individuals have been served through our UH Food for Life program. And along with free food and nutritional counseling, we also are doing free cooking lessons at our kitchens. And again, as I mentioned, 2018, partnering with Dave's Supermarket, and I know the clinic is doing something similar and is fabulous with Myers. In our center, Dave's Supermarket, adjacent to the UH Rainbow Hoosier Center for Women and Children, is allowing for foods to hopefully get to the goal that Mayor Bibb said is 15 minutes. And I know all of us together will continue to do that. 2 more teaching kitchens were opened this year at UH Community Wellness Centers in Bedford and Glenville, I mentioned. In addition, since 2017, UH has served more than 41,000 free meals to children through our USDA summer feeding program. And we provided healthy food bags to more than 12,500 families through Healthy Harvest and emergency food giveaway programs. Also, through our volunteer time off program, UH caregivers have been given the paid day off and paid hours off if they volunteer. And one of the fundamentally most important places they volunteer is with the Food Bank and Food for Life programs. But we know we must do more, which is why in 2024, University Hospitals will be opening 2 additional Food for Life markets in Lake County and in the Richmond Heights area. With these current efforts and our plans for expansion over the last 5 years, our commitment to address food insecurity is estimated to be approximately $18 million. But our power is amplified when we all join together, as you see here today, because together we create a critical mass and we have bigger scale. We've proved this ability, our beloved hospitals leaders are here today, during the pandemic, when unlike many other large cities, our 3 health systems, together with our community partners, collaborated in solving pressing issues like testing, community education, and vaccines. Now we have that muscle memory of how to work together, which I think is the basis for us being here together today and solving other problems. We continue that effort by working together to address the opioid epidemic and promote economic prosperity through a number of joint efforts, including the Cleveland Innovation District. So, in the spirit of a word that Dr. Mihalovic and I actually cooked up years ago when we first met each other, the word cooperation. We cooperate, we also compete to provide the best health care, but together we can actually be leaders. The spirit of cooperation is now part of our ongoing business model, and leveraging the power of what we have done thus far gives us confidence in being able to address food insecurity in the years to come. Thank you, and I want to turn over to my good friend, Dr. Mihalovic.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much for being here. I just messed up one microphone here, so let me just fix this. So it is really an important day for all of us, and as you can see, we have a shared passion for ending hunger in our city. I'll just reflect briefly on one of our first conversations that I had with Mayor Bibb. We spoke about what are the priorities for the city of Cleveland, what are the priorities for Cleveland Clinic. And I shared with him that we have a very simple ethical framework at Cleveland Clinic, and I know we may use slightly different words, but that ethical framework is present in every healthcare organization in this city. Ours is defined in the way that we think about our organization, Cleveland Clinic, as our home, and our patients and our fellow caregivers as our family members. So with that in mind, think about all of us. Most of us are parents here. What do you see as your first priority as a parent? To put a roof over the head, to put food on the table, to provide safe environment and ensure education. Now, is putting food on the table is the priority for each of us. How come it's not then a collective priority for all of us? The problem in this country, we have more than 30 million people who are going hungry, is a solvable one. Doesn't require major innovation. Food is available. Doesn't require anything but a goodwill and coordinated effort by those who can make a difference. And I remember at the end, Mayor and I spoke, and we said, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing that at the end of our tenure, we collectively, who are sitting over here, can say, in our city, in the city of Cleveland, there's not a single child that goes to bed hungry. Wouldn't that be just a wonderful, wonderful accomplishment? And this is really what this is. This is a united effort of us Clevelanders to contribute in ways that we know how and that we can within a framework of the resources that we have to end something that we all see as a shared need of our communities. Every fifth child in Northeast Ohio doesn't know when the next meal is coming. That is obviously inexcusable. It's intolerable. And I'm absolutely delighted to see that this passion is, as I mentioned, is shared, and that all of us are contributing in a very measured way and impactful way. To speak briefly about Cleveland Clinic, probably one of the most important and visible developments that are purposefully built to end the hunger in our immediate neighborhood in Fairfax is the new grocery store. It is going to be open in January this year. This is the first grocery store in Fairfax community in the last 40 or 50 years. We just had our community event. Imagine 50 years of history when all of our immediate neighbors had to drive or walk for long, long distances in order to have the basic ingredient of life, which is a healthy food. I'm so glad that we're changing this. And we will continue to be focused on this effort as an organization in collaboration, because it has to be a collaborative effort. And we're very fortunate and happy to be able to announce today that we are going to contribute another $10.5 million over the next 5 years to help end hunger in the city of Cleveland. So with that, I thank you very much for being here. As Cliff said, it is a true cooperation of all of us. We've come together through the periods of crisis and COVID like we've never had before. We always, Cliff and I used to joke, that we never would cross like this DMZ zone. That is fortunately behind us. It is not just good for make us feeling good, but I think we collectively can make a bigger impact through that cooperation. So with that, I thank you very, very much for being here, and Kristen, I'll turn it over back to you.
Thank you. What exciting news to be shared today. We're all so grateful. And when I talk about all of us, certainly the entire staff and board and partner agencies of the Greater Cleveland Food Bank, we serve 1,000 partner programs in 6 counties, but also all of the hunger relief organizations who will benefit. As I understand it, it's a wonderful list of collaborators, and I know I can speak for everyone when I say that your support, all of your support, will propel our shared work forward. Every day with support like this, our mission of ensuring that everyone in our communities has the nutritious food they need every day comes a little closer to fruition. And with your leadership and your extraordinary support and your passion for this work, I have no doubt that we can make extraordinary progress for children in need in our community. To our guests and supporters, I hope that you will take a moment to take a walk around this facility before you leave today. As I said, this is the first of 3 neighbor-facing facilities where people in our community who are in need of food can come in and visit our Healthy Choice Market, but also have access to our 15 other collaborators. Can I ask our partners here on site, the Community Resource Center, to please stand up or raise your hands? I see Monica right up front with Shoes and Clothes for Kids. I see more folks in the back, towards towards employment, family connections. Lots of other folks are here today. Thank you. So please do take a walk around, meet our partners, meet our neighbors. We're just so excited today about the additional work that's going to be made possible. I believe that this concludes today's press conference. Today's speakers will remain at the front for a few minutes. And again, don't forget to take a tour. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.